said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Missouri's offense has the ball first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can go catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Thomas back to pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Makes the catch near the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Auburn's offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him hit him?
He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's pulled down after a tough one, gets it to the 6.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one. At some point in this game, he's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Touchdown, Tigers! And they strike first.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. that gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Quick handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 45. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shoop Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet. But
touchdown, Tiger! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
Man, I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. The Tigers have this offense rolling.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Thomas looking to fire. That's caught. It's Green. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab inside the 30. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
They'll run for it. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Now with the 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. In just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. Under fire. Pucks it out of the air. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Complete to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Tigers are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Keep bringing the heat like that, you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting them.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
On the move to his left. Gonna let it fly. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Knight. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Thomas back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Thomas looking to fire. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Henderson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here we go, Zach. On the move, it's Henderson. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Auburn offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Back up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give on the counter. Pick up for 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Walk back, baby, walk back.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Here's the return. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
At the 40, there he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Dumps it to the back. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Thomas back to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got it 1st and goal, trying to cash it in. Trying to barge their way in. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Blasted as he lets it go.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Auburn!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. It's reverse. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense.
Nowhere to go, and the ball was loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. On the ground. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll run the option. Now the toss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Give him 114 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his 3rd sack of the game.
Gonna swing it on second down. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Breaks into the open. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Henderson. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today.